NBC Prime broke the news in 2021 on the injunction filed by Rubis against the St. Lucia Air and Seaports Authority, SLASPA, concerning the establishment of a fuel farm at the Urinora International Airport. Back in 2013, under the previous administration, Rubis entered a lease agreement with SLASPA to construct a fuel farm near the airport, which they have been maintaining since then. This fuel farm is intended to service the company's clientele and aircraft at the airport and is part of the overall redevelopment of Urinora International Airport. The proposed fuel farm is reportedly located at the Vieux Fort base, commonly referred to as Kakabef, a site traditionally used for motorsports activities. This was confirmed last week when announcements were made about the closure of the base, effectively halting any further activities there. It is noted that Rubis' main competitor, Sol EC Limited, has entered into a similar arrangement. This development implies that both fuel farms will need to coexist in the new facility. However, in December 2020, Rubis sought an injunction against Sol's fuel farm project at the airport following a cabinet decision designating Sol as the sole operator for the airport's fuel farm. At that time, the courts did not grant Rubis the injunction, allowing for negotiations to take place in search of an amicable resolution. In a recent update, the current administration revealed that the lease was signed by the United Workers' Party, UWP, back in 2017. Youth Development and Sports Minister Honorable Kenson Casimir shared this during his address at Monday's pre-cabinet meeting.
We discovered that quite recently. There were some speculations. We are currently, as a government, the AG Chambers currently has requested the full details for that lease. Of course, it was signed with SLASPA, and so we will find some more information from SLASPA in the coming week on what actually happened, why that lease was signed by the previous administration.
Minister Casimir also mentioned his efforts to assist the St. Lucia Motorsports Association in finding an appropriate venue shortly after taking office.
The Kakabef, whereas we have the emotional attachment to it, we really desire to have a proper facility equipped with proper stands for the viewing public, proper washroom facilities, proper change room for the actual racers, and it would require a vast amount of space, whereas the Kakabef just gives you the opportunity to just have the racing aspect. And so we did have a number of meetings, I can say, for the last couple of years. We've narrowed it down to two areas, which is the cul-de-sac area and an area that was in discussion previously in Dennery.
He pointed out that both locations present significant challenges related to proper drainage to facilitate activities, particularly given the tropical climate. After consultations with the association, the focus began to shift towards the cul-de-sac area. However, this would entail relocating activities from the south. In light of this realization, further consultations were undertaken with other stakeholders to explore potential sites in Vieux Fort where a suitable racetrack could be constructed. Regrettably, these discussions did not yield a viable solution, forcing the government to consider options in the northern part of the island despite the higher costs and a preference to maintain racing activities in the south. The sports minister confirmed that designs and drawings have already been developed and that further discussions are forthcoming to identify a suitable venue for car racing in St. Lucia. Kayla Edwin, NBC Prime.